Hey everyone, how's it going tonight? Hope you guys are doing well. We are back here with some Krastorio 2 space exploration, and I have been doing a little bit of investigation. I'm trying to figure out why my holmium production is so slow, and I've come to the realization that for the most part, well, it looks like the problem's solved now. It was a hydrogen chloride issue. We had way too much hydrogen chloride. And actually, it looks like the cations, or anions, are backing up now. Interesting. So it looks like we may have a few things to work out. I probably just need to upgrade these belts, honestly, to get this to work better. I mean, this is all backed up here. This is all backed up. This is a bit backed up. It's like not exporting this stuff fast enough. And this is way too slow. So we are going to head over here, but one thing that I did do over here in between episodes was I upped the speed of all these, and I upped the speed of these belts, and made sure that like all of the sand production was increased because we were really low on hydrogen chloride. We still are kind of low, like we're still making barrels, and it looks like the problem is getting sorted now a bit. And this thing is working nonstop, which is awesome to see. But at some point, I'll probably have to increase this again, because like we do use this for rare metals. We use it for lithium chloride, and we also use it for holmium. And I'm going to have to increase my holmium production at some point, I would guess. I'm trying to see... Where does holmium come in? It comes in here, right? Yeah, there is no holmium there currently. And this thing, I mean, it's filling up. This one's about to come over with, what's that, 7,000 plates, right? How many do I have? 750, yeah. So it's about to come over with like 7,500 plates, which is like not a bad amount. It's just not what I would hope for, right? But actually, let's go jump on, no, of course, stop it. Let's go jump on that rocket before it goes over there. Keone Holmium landing pad. Yeah, so this one's about to take off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this guy to Keone. And because I do have a few things I do want to do over there. So that's what we're going to be starting the episode with. Ooh. And the rocket I'm on crashed. Yikers. Oh my god. Alright. They're trying to give me more uranium, which is awesome. Okay. Throw all this crap in here. Throw that crap in there. Let's see what we can get out of this. Yikes. I'm gonna be very full here, aren't I? Dude, why? I've had so many rocket crashes, and my research is not even that bad, really. So I don't know what's up with that. That's like the second crash I've had while playing today. I've been playing for like 20 minutes. So that's kind of insane, but whatever. Let's also make... Oh, I need some stone for that, huh? Well, we got some stone over here. Let's do that. Make a bunch of these guys so that they can repair all of the things really quickly. Nice, there we go. Okay, so that is that. We're over here, I guess. It's not how I would have chosen to do it, but it is what it is. So, first things first is I don't have any green belt on me. That's going to be coming over on the rocket, and I didn't have time to grab it really quick. But what we can do is we can easily speed this up, right? Like, what we can do is put one of these guys down over here. Like, we'll put it further away from stuff, right? And we'll speed it up, and we'll make sure it's powered. Okay, there we go, nice. And what I think what we're also gonna do, right? Ooh, this is not gonna work exactly without any purple belts. Ooh, do I even have, not this guy, where's my other rocket? Navigator, this guy. Do I have purple belts on here? I don't even have green belts. Bro, no. Alright. Alrighty, I'm setting this back to novice, and I'm gonna make sure that I get all the things I need. And then I'll be right back once it finally arrives with the stuff it needs. I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, so we're still waiting for the ship to get back, but I figured what I could do in the meantime is I can upgrade like all of these belts here from red to blue, which I'm not saying that it's gonna like solve our problems, but upgrading belts can never hurt, right? So we're gonna do that really quickly. And I don't think I need to upgrade these belts down here for these. They're not filling up exactly. I also added just like one more inserter to each of these, and that seems to have completely sped up this process, so that's good. But the rest of these things here seem to all be working now, which is good. And I didn't even change anything. I think it was just kind of like it was getting backed up a little bit over here, and then like this stuff was getting backed up because of it, because they weren't all able to work, and so on and so forth. So I think it's fine now. Like, we seem to have reached a little bit of an equilibrium. This is full again, which is good. The anions are running out pretty quickly. I am making them also pretty quickly, but they are running out, which is a bit concerning. It's not the end of the world, obviously, but yo, what the heck is going on over here? That's like the second thing that's been destroyed recently, and I think it's because... Yeah, it looks like a meteorite. There are no biters here anymore. As you can see, I have like explored pretty much like the whole map. But I think I must have run out of... Or have I just never had any meteorite defense here? Nice. No meteorite defense that I can remember now. We're going to come over here at some point and do some more core mining, and we're going to do some more things like that. Also, these are filling up quite nicely, so I'll have to send my spaceship over there to collect some. But in any case, we're still making plenty of vulcanite blocks. We are probably going to like double this production at some point, but now is not the time. Over here, though, things do seem to be working out pretty well. And if you look at production graphs, which I have been doing a lot recently, you can see Holmium like has been hitting 0, and then it's hit 0 a couple times. It spiked here a few minutes ago, which I think is when I like did all my inserters and stuff like that. And now it's like kind of evened out again right around this number. In terms of what's actually slow right now, I'm not exactly sure what is slow. Like, these guys are all working, right? So, I don't exactly know, to be honest, what else I should do to speed up Holmium. Now, what we can do, of course, is like we can make a whole extra production line. The only issue I foresee with that is we're gonna have a bunch more hydrogen chloride getting launched, and I keep wanting to say cations. These are anions, and anions and stuff like that. Because I mean, like, look at this. These things are like barely even working. It might still just be a throughput issue, and the throughput issue could legitimately be from these guys here. So, assuming that our spaceship is here, which it probably is, it is. We can go anchor. We'll just anchor it right out here, confirm that anchor. And then let's run over here, and we can grab. Nice, this is all filled up now, which is awesome. I'm gonna grab the purple belts. I'm just gonna grab them all, and then I'll replace them in there. But what I'm thinking is, let's see. I mean, it's really only these last two that are like anywhere near filling up, right? So what I can do is this. I don't know why I did that. These things are like the longest things ever. Like, look at how long that is. That is insanely long. Oh, there's a rocket coming in. Very nice. Okay, so what I think I can do is something like this. It's going to get a little tricky here, I think. Because what I'm going to do... And then this can go out, 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 like this. Okay. So then I need to get it on the correct side of the belt, which I believe that works. Okay. That should, in theory, this one needs to go like this, right? No, that's the wrong side of the belt. Okay, cool. This one also can go like this. And I can just throw all that in there. And then the powder... Oh, the powder is down here that I can get rid of, right? Yeah. Okay. But I hope that makes sense. So I think that that will help with the crushed holmium throughput. Now, it is clear that that is helping some. The only problem now is, like, these belts, right, don't have enough throughput. Which means I would need to, like, upgrade all of them. So I don't know that I have enough belts for that. But what we can do, instead of upgrading them, right? Can we do this? I was about to say, oh, well, we can just, like, bring another belt down here. The problem is actually, can we? I don't know that I have enough blue belt. But we're gonna try, because that really is the other best way for us to do this. So let's put all the purple stuff back. Green back, and then we're gonna grab all the blue. And I'm going to do my best to do this, right? Because basically, like, in situations like this, you have two options, which is upgrade the belts, which is expensive, or you can run more belts. And running more belts actually is way cheaper, always. It's always cheaper to do more belts versus higher level belts, but higher level belts are great when you're strapped on space. We are not here, though. And let's see, do we want to do 2 belts? I'm going to try and do 2 belts. Why not? Okay, so check it out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. And then we're going to copy this guy. And paste it down. Like this. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to zoom out. This is a bit tedious. If I do this, I can do snap to grid relative, right? Save. And then if I go back here, yeah, that's way easier. Then I can do, oops, oh, freak! That's not what I wanted to do at all. Let's go blueprints. I guess it, like, reset the blueprints when I did that. Oh, well. That didn't last very long. Holmium should be coming, I am expecting. Okay. But here, oops, here we can do this, which is obviously way easier. And I do have 1300 belt here, so I'm expecting that, like, we should be able to do this pretty quickly. Gotta destroy the rock there. And this is obviously the fastest way to build, because it's just amazing. Alright, there we go. So we're down here now. Dude, that I love that. That is so fast. And then here, obviously no more holmium coming from there. So what we can do is this. We can do this like that, and then just do this. And let's just get rid of those priorities there. And there we go. Okay, so then these we can obviously thread all the way through here. Okay, it's not pretty, but it does work, right? And then this guy can come right down here, join with this. Now these guys are not working very fast, are they? So we can speed those up greatly. Ooh. Let's do an underground here. Actually, it might be better to do it down here. Yeah, because that literally hits all of them, except for the last two, which is awesome. So, let's see. Do I have level 4 modules on here? Probably not, because that's like probably the one thing I forgot, isn't it? Well, looks like we need to request the modules, doesn't it? Let's request level 4s and level 4s. Cool. So that's a bit unfortunate that we're gonna have to do it this way, but it is what it is. Now, oh, I think it's not being powered correctly because, yeah, okay. And then these last two we can do like this, I think. Like if we do this, there we go. Nice. That is awesome. So that should increase the speed of that. And then we can pull this belt down here. And bring it down here, roughly, I don't know. And do that. Awesome. Now it looks like maybe I did not get that belt, this belt connected properly, and yeah, it's missing that. But if we do go check, all 4 of these belts should be full all the way back. And it looks like they are, which is awesome. So we aren't going to run out of holmium here for a bit. I expect that eventually we will have to move where we do our holmium processing, but today's not that day. We don't have to do that yet. So let's see how we're doing down here, right? You know what we're gonna do, right? I just thought of this. Let's grab... Oops, I don't need that. Okay. Let's grab this. I know what we need to do. We need to fix this up a little bit. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do output priority here first. But it does need to fill up a little bit better than it was, I think. And yeah, I think that'll give us another little boost. Now, we could speed all these guys up, right? Like this. So I have to like jump into here. There's not really any great places to do this, is there? Like, this hits all down here. So I need to do it like right here, and like that's not gonna really work. Ugh, I wish I had like 4 spots in here instead of 3. I wish I would have left myself a little bit of extra room, but I did not. And I'm kind of paying the price for that now, aren't I? Because I would have to do like twice as many of these giant beacons, which I don't want to do. But I think we're doing a lot better on our holmium production. If we look at holmium production again, we are jumping up a little bit higher than like our previous, like, so this was like right around 100 something, and we're now at like 113. So that's like an extra 130 some plates per minute, and I think it'll keep going up actually, because all these are fully supplied now. So they're all working 100%, which is sweet. Now, the only thing I really could do is I could use advanced chemical plants, but I don't feel like replacing all of this. That would also really help because of the increased productivity. Because you get 4 slots instead of 3. But is it worth me like tearing up this whole thing to use advanced ones? I don't think so, because we're going to get rid of this. Not get rid of, but we're not going to like use this permanently. So... at least in my mind, we're not. I don't know. It might suffice to the end of the playthrough, for all I know. Also, there's like way too much rocket fuel here. So somehow. I need to get rid of this rocket fuel. I'm just gonna throw it in there, grab a little for myself. That way rockets can come on over. And yeah, I think that's that. So what I'm gonna do now is I need to move this production. As you can see, we're starting to run low on our patch here. We've still got 2 million, but it's only like right in the very middle. So I'm gonna probably mine out this one. I don't know. I'm gonna mine out one of these cryonite patches. Probably either this one or this one. This one seems good. It's got 11 million, but the only problem is that it's pretty far away. So we're gonna end up using a bunch more belts. But I'm gonna do that, and then we are gonna work on some other interesting things today. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Alrighty, everyone. So just before we get away from this planet really quick, I do want to go over what I did, just so you guys are aware. I kind of went a little overboard. So I mined out this patch over here. It's only 5.8 million, but it's going to last for quite a long time. This one was about the same size. It's lasted the whole game so far. So hopefully we will be okay. But what I went a little overboard with was some testing here. I just wanted to see how this worked, and I have some bad news. It works way better than I expected it to. I don't know what I was expecting. But yeah, this is, I think, the build. Basically, the reason it works better than the way that these work is, like, these work by basically taking from a common source, right, and putting back into a common source. Whereas how I did it with these is they take from the common source, but then the output that they have of the same kind goes back into itself. Like here, this goes back into itself, and this also goes back into itself. And so you end up with a situation where it like can't ever back up, whereas this stuff is like all backed up, right? So I kind of like doing this better. Now, the bad news is that we're running out of the anion exchange beads, which I need to fix that issue coming up here. But I just wanted to go over that, like, this kind of solves like all of our issues, and these things are so much better. Like, they're a big footprint, they're insanely fast, they get extra modules. It's just so much better. So I think what I'll probably do at some point, I don't know that it'll be right. It's not gonna be right now, but I'll probably come back in here and I'll just replace like what's going on in here with stuff like this, because seriously, this is so much simpler, and it's much less backup prone as well. Like, it's not going to back up, which is nice. So I don't know, but anyways, I'm going to go over that. I'm going to meet you back, guys. I'm going to meet you guys back on Novice, because we still have some things over there that we want to work on this episode. So I will see you back there once I make a short little space travel there. Alrighty, everyone, we are back here. We're on Novice now. I have been doing some research. We're slowly but surely getting there. The matter science has been incredibly slow, though. So I'm like having to like ship up individual resources for it for a bit to like try and get it to catch up a bit. But we are getting there slowly but surely. But we have a few things that I want to get done this episode. So we have a bunch of different items that we need to create for our upcoming research. So if we just take a look at this research, right? We're going to need naquium plates, which to do naquium plates, we have to go into deep space. Now, if you haven't done this before, basically, well, I haven't done it before, so I'm just going to be kind of talking about what I've discovered. But if we go to the star map and we go here, not here, there, interstellar map, right? You can do these, where is it? Deep space zone discovery. And basically what this will do is it's going to search for interesting areas of deep space that have a lot of unique and valuable resources. So as you can see, there are quite a few of them out here that I have found. Some of them are useful, some of them are less so. And if we come over here to my Universe Explorer, I have a handful picked out that are going to be better than others. And the main ones are going to be like these ones right here. I think this one actually is the best one that I found. So these three, as you can see, have the naquite symbol, which means that they have naquite, or naquitite. I think I'm saying that wrong. Naquitite, I think is how you say it. So this right here is 3.2 million naquitite. And then over here, I don't remember if I've even looked at this one. Obviously, I haven't. I thought I had for some reason. Probably will look around a bit there, but then this one here, as you can see, I searched quite a bit. I found only a little bit somewhere, and I can't even see it on this. These are all like rare metals. Oh, I found that tiny little one there, and this one down here, and that was it. I like couldn't find anything else in this ginormous area. I might just need to look around more. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do a little bit more searching in between episodes, but to do that, obviously, we're gonna have a long distance to travel, and to do that long distance travel, we're gonna be using some things that we really haven't done too much of, which is gonna be using ion thrusters, and for some reason, I am not seeing ion thrusters. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. So we're going to use ion engines, which I do already have some created, I believe. But with that, we are going to be doing a lot of different things because we're going to need to get items back here to Novice because the naquitite does some crazy combinations of materials. So I can't even find things anymore. Okay, so if we look at naquium processing, right? Oh, I guess we can look at it over here, right? Okay, so here's how the process goes. You get naquitite ore. You use an iridium plate and 8 naquitite. You get 2 naquitite, and then you get iridium powder of all things. Like randomly, you get iridium powder. What I guess, okay, I guess it kind of makes sense. And then 80% of the time, you get an iridium plate back, and you get water out of it too. Very interesting. Okay, so already we're seeing that dealing with naquitite is very difficult. Okay, so then the next one, you use anion exchange beads, crushed naquitite, cryonite slush, and beryllium hydroxide. All very different things combining together. You're going to get cation ion exchange beads back, which is interesting. You're going to get beryllium powder, refined naquitite powder, and water. Then you're going to go from there. You're going to combine holmium cables, ion exchange beads, cation ion exchange beads, crushed naquitite. So this basically gives you the refined naquitite, and then this is giving you basically more naquium powder, I believe. Yeah, so this is focused more on the refined naquitite, right? And because you get 5 to 7, this one you get 4 to 8. Why don't you just do this one instead of doing this one? I'd have to do the math. Maybe you need to do both. Anyways, this gives you 4 to 8 refined naquitite and 10 to 16 naquium powder. Then you combine 1 vitalic reagent, naquitite powder, or refined naquitite and naquium powder to create 61% of the time a naquitite crystal, and then the rest of the time you always get at least some powder and some naquitite back, and then sometimes you get vitalic reagent back. And then you're able to use pyroflux methane gas, powder, crystals, and naquitite to make ingots, which is just crazy. And then you're basically you use heavy bearings, which I think that's kind of cool, like using heavy bearings to make the plates. Basically, like I think of like a bearing like being used as like a wheel, like pressing it down or something. I don't know. It's just kind of cool. And you get the bearing back most of the time anyways. But dude, this process is complicated just to get naquium plates. And that is going to be, the naquium plates are for this. We need naquium plates, significant data, and then the deep space catalogs. The deep space catalogs are interesting. So we need nanomaterials for that for sure. And we already do the other things, right? Like particle streams are easy, blank data cards are easy, supercooled thermal fluid, easy, right? Dealing with all the outputs like holmium, solenoids, low densities, heat shielding, nanomaterial, all that's great. So that's not bad. For this one, you do a naquium ingot, which is, so this sounds expensive, like one whole naquium ingot, like that whole process to make one ingot plus lubricant and a data card to get 1 structural data. Kind of crazy. This one we do ion canisters, crystals, and a data card. So I think we're gonna have to do a ton of naquite processing, or naquitite. And then the interstellar void probe, it says collects data from the void and returns interstellar void probe data. Must be launched from a space probe rocket silo that is in an asteroid field. So that doesn't sound too bad. I think that we pretty much are already doing that once, so doing it again won't be a big deal. But this is like expensive, man. We're gonna have to do a lot of naquitite. So to do that, we do need to do a handful of things. We're gonna need to make these dynamic emitters. We're gonna have to make ion canisters. We're also gonna need to make ion stream for spaceships. We're gonna have to design a new spaceship. We need to do these lattice pressure vessels. We need to do nanomaterials, which also require dynamic emitters. And last but not least, I don't think we need to do plasma canisters just yet, but we do need, like I said, the ion canisters. And we are also going to be doing our first, what is that building that I can't think of off the top of my head for literally no reason, that does train transport. But that is what we're going to be doing. So we got a lot of stuff to do to be able to get to that next science pack. Once we like cross that hurdle, I think, I'm not saying it's going to be smooth sailing dealing with arcospheres and all that stuff, but you know, we've got a good ways to go. So we know what we need to do. Let's start doing it. I think we're going to go up to space to work on this stuff. So I don't know. Let's jump in here. Yeah, let's jump in here. I'm also going to grab all of these guys, just because that's what we're kind of missing for some of our research. And what is going on here? Why is this not working? Let's do that. Novice orbit. These guys are working. Why is this not working? Okay, these are literally just all slow. I think I might need a second one of these. I think it's just like working really slowly right now. Okay, we're gonna put these into the storage. They will be used. Cool. So, first things first is we're gonna do dynamic emitters. So these dynamic emitters are holmium solenoids, quantum processors, cryonite rods, imersite crystals, and particle stream. Now, the particle stream, what exactly is it again? It is sand and plasma stream in a particle accelerator. That's not bad. We have plasma being made over here. That is not plasma there. It's kind of full up here, isn't it? And I can't really go this direction. There's not a ton of room over here, but I think that we can do it down here. I think we can fit it in. I don't know that we're making these buildings, but we might have one in storage. I just don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, I'll probably have to make one. Okay, so let's make one of those really quickly. So that is going to be a particle accelerator. Okay, so we need LDMs, accumulators, and heat shielding. Heat shielding, low density, not LDM, LDS, whatever, and accumulators, which are here as well. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is going to do particle stream. Okay, and we have this guy right over here. Let's do that. How are we going to get through here? We're not, I don't think. Okay. That is fine. Also, I think I kind of screwed some of these up. These don't have inserters. Oops, that was a mistake. I actually caught that when watching back my last episode, so if you guys caught that, props, because I did not catch that. Okay, And then here, we'll just hook this up, I guess. All right, and then we're gonna need, okay, do we have, yeah, we don't have any of those testing packs, do we? All right, we're gonna have to request a bunch, I think. Testing packs, we'll request, I don't know, 600. And this can also do these guys. And what else what can do these? We can do, this is getting towards being full, right? This one is not though. Yikes. This one doesn't really have room to add anything else. Let's move module 3s over here. Speed module 3s. We'll grab them all. Where am I? Over here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to grab. Let's grab all those. Let's put all those in there. And then here, what we can do is we can switch this out for the testing packs. There we go. Okay, so that'll be testing packs. We'll request it over here. And we'll also request sand. So we'll just request everything. And let's grab one of, not one of those, come on. Come on. One of these guys. Okay, here we go. And request, boom. There we go. So that's gonna start slowly but surely making some particle stream for us. And that is gonna be for dynamic emitters, which are done in electromagnetics facilities. So we'll put down, oh geez, we can do it right over here actually. Try and save as much room as possible. I can't like click things. I don't know, 3 seems fine. Okay. Dynamic emitters, boom. And then we need to do these guys right over here. And I don't know, we'll do 1 row of dynamic emitters. Copy these 2 things, paste them down. There we go. That is all we need to do for our dynamic emitters. Now these guys are missing holmium cables. We probably need to produce more holmium again, honestly, which means we're gonna probably go back there, but I'll do that off camera. So that is dynamic emitters. Now we do need to do lattice pressure vessels, but we don't actually need these, I don't think yet. What do these canisters take? Magnetic canisters, which we're already doing magnetic canisters. We just need the ion stream, right, to fill them. But we do need to do ion stream, which I am a little bit worried about because power requirements for ion is super high. We do have 10 gigawatts of power up here, which is pretty good. But I probably do need to up that at some point. So we haven't really expanded power in an incredibly long time, just because we haven't really needed to. But I may start doing that again. Like this. I don't know. I think we can do that. Do this guy here. And we'll be able to, I probably can just like clean up all of this stuff pretty much and just like have the roboports over there. So we've got, we do have our first dynamic emitters. These things are gonna be making very slowly right now because we don't have very many quantum processors. We can also speed all these up, even though we really don't need to. It just feels right to do it. I don't need all of that, or that, or that, or that. Cool. Okay, so that's dynamic emitters. Now, like I said, we do need to do ion stream. But nanomaterial we also can do, which means we need like heavy composite and aeroframe bulkheads up here, which we also probably don't have. I would be surprised if we had those up here. Oh, we do have airframe bulkheads. Nice. But we do not have the heavy composites. So let's do the heavy composites. It'll be here. Heavy composites will do, I don't know, 600 of them. Seems good. And for unloading, we'll do them over here. Heavy composites, there we go. Cool. All right, so that's heavy composites. And this is done in a space manufactory. We do need super cooled thermal fluid, excuse me, for it. And particle stream, which is unfortunate. Let's also put down a tank here so that this thing will not stop working for a while. Actually, we'll put down 2 tanks. Just because I would like to have extra when like the buildings aren't working themselves, right? And then down here, 1, 2. These guys are gonna do. Actually, you know what? We can just do 1. Yikes! How is this gonna work? We have super cooled thermal fluid over there. But it is not going to be easy to get it down over here, huh? It literally would almost be easier. Yeah. I think it's going to be easier to do the dynamic, or to do the, oh, well, we do have this space over here, which is like right by the super cooled thermal fluid, but then we don't have this stuff, right? Ugh. Some of this stuff is like very awkward, right? Is there an easy way to get pipes through here? I'm just trying to like look at the plasma stream, because the plasma stream we might be able to get over here easily. Alternatively, we can just place it over here and use this guy all the time and do some more tanks out here for that, which would be nice. So that this guy doesn't run out, which would be cool. Okay, we're gonna do some tanks here. And then, these have to like go down here, or this has to go down here, which is kind of gross. Because it's a pretty long distance, but it's gonna be fine. Okay, and then this is gonna be for our nanomaterial. Honestly, one of these guys is gonna be fine for nanomaterial right now. Now, could we hypothetically? No, we cannot. I was about to say, could we hypothetically do that on Novice? And the answer to that hypothetical question is no, because it can only be made in a space manufactory, which can only be in space, obviously. Now, the great news is that we have these pipes literally right here. Oops, that's not going to work. So we literally can just go right over here and do that. And that is going to be all of that. And then we just need to do a requester and provider for the actual items. So this is actually pretty easy. Requester, provider, we'll do 2 rows of nanomaterial, also speed it up. And this guy will actually replace with a big one so that it can hit all of these all at once. And that'll be good. Cool. Now we don't have the heavy composite up here just yet, but we will soon. But so now we're kind of getting to the stage of the game where, of this pack where all of the different items are starting to combine in like interesting ways, and they're not like kind of rigidly separated. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, so that is gonna be it for today's episode. I know it's like kind of like random little stuff going on. Was there anything else that I wanted to do right now besides the ion canister, which I really can't do just yet, because that's gonna be kind of a next episode thing? I don't think so. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series. What we're going to be doing next is preparing that spaceship, which means working on ion for actually sending it. We're going to be designing it, which is going to be fun. And so we've got a lot going on here coming up to Naquitite, which I'm excited about. I've never done it before. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. Looking forward to it as well, because I know I am. And I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for supporting my channel.